Welcome to chartsview presentation. This presentation I'm going to show you how to draw trend lines. This is very important to know as it can help you stay with the trend. For this example, I'm going to draw trend lines on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The way I do it is probably different from a lot of people, so bear with me. First of all, go back as far as possible in history. My chart goes back to 1973, so I'm going to use that as the furthest point. I'll take the low of 1973, join it to the low of 1982, which is this point here, as our first line. Obviously, at this point, this line is no good to us anyway, so I need to draw another line now, which I'll take from the low of 1982, roughly, join it through like so. So it's bounced off here, then the price drifts away from it again. So now I need to draw another trend line from around about here somewhere, joining that low there. So again, the price has drifted away from it, so it's still no use to us. Draw another trend line from this low point here, the last point it touched, joining to the low point of here. So now at this point we know take a trend line from here next. So I'll zoom in. This happens to be March 2009 low. So I'll draw a trend line from there. This will be the important trend line now. I'm using extremes, as you can see. There's an extreme there. So that trend line is quite clear now, clear to see. We're in a nice bull market. So I'll zoom in again to get closer trend lines. So this is actually your main trend line. If you look at 2009 low, this is your new main trend line. Obviously the main trend line is here. That's your biggie trend line from going back to 1988. But that's miles away. So I wouldn't worry about that at all for the time being. The main trend line you should be focusing on is this trend line here. From this chart you can quite clearly see we're in a bull market, quite clear. So anyway, I'll need to draw more trend lines to get a bit more accurate, so I'll zoom in a bit more. So I'll draw it from this point here, take the streams again, that point there. So now it's looking like a proper trend line now that you can probably trade off. So if you could draw another trend line now, joining this bottom here, like so. So now if the Dow Jones was to approach this area, I'd seriously consider going long. So that level currently is 13,290. If it approaches that during market hours, I will be going long. So I could draw one more trend line for a bit more closer accuracy. Take it from that point here. Drop that in. So this will be if this breaks, then chances are this should hold the down selling momentum. But if this level goes, then it's a fair distance to the next level of trend line support. And if this level goes here, then oh well, that'll be a warning sign that would probably go to a downtrend. But then this level should hold. The only time you could consider the Dow Jones changing trend is if this trend line here breaks. Then you're talking a new bear market. That trend line here, that is your main trend line to focus on. As long as we're above this trend line, we're in a bull market. Above this, bull market. Below this, bear market. So as long as we stay here, we're okay. That's how you draw up trend lines. I would show you how to draw down trend lines, but you can't draw a down trend line unless you got lower lows. Sorry, higher lows for me. That is your high low there. So can't really draw any on this chart, fortunately, because it's already broken above it all. See, can't draw anywhere. We're above it, so for the time being, it's clearly in a uptrend. So you can't draw any down trend lines yet on the Dow Jones. I hope that made sense. Anyway, if you want to learn more, then go to www.chartsview.co.uk. Here you will find more articles and more learning aids. There is even training techniques that you may want to try. I've put quite a few on the website that I use, so if you want to try some, be my guest. Well, that's the end of the presentation, and hopefully some of you will join my community at www.chartsview.co.uk. See ya!